Hello everyone, and welcome back to another podcast powered by Junction. I, Rituparna Bhaumik from Junction, will be the host for today, and we have with us Naman Bisht, a first-year student from MDI Gurgaon. So, without a delay, we'll start with the podcast and stay tuned till the end. Hi Naman, how are you?
I'm fine, Ritu. How are you?
I'm also good. Before we move on with our podcast, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah. So, hi everyone. I am Naman Bisht. Currently, I am pursuing my PGDM from MDI Gurgaon. I am a 2021-23 batch student. And prior to MBA, I have had a working of around 21 months in the logistics field, but basically in their accounts department. And prior to that, I have completed my undergraduate BCom honors from Delhi University in 2019 and completed my schooling from Bal Bharati Public School in 2016 in the stream Commerce with Maths. And my interests include playing and watching football. And apart from that, I have been also involved in volunteering work with Zomato Feeding India, and I have a bit of interest towards learning new languages also. I have learned French, and I will be looking forward to learning Spanish in the next few years.
Okay, great. You just mentioned that you had a finance background, right? Like BCom honors.
Yes.
So, from BCom to MBA, what made you think of a shift in your career?
Yeah. So, during my during my employment years, so what I felt was that my work was a bit driven towards the accounting part of the organization, of the corporate world. So that thing I felt was a bit restrictive for my career. I was always interested toward the financial management aspect, and like these subjects like corporate finance and derivatives and these things garnered my interest. So for that reason, I decided to go for an MBA because I know about the in-depth knowledge that MBA provides. Going forward, like first year, generally in general management, like first year you have all the subjects. They give you a brief about everything, and in second year you get to make a better and an informed choice towards the specialization you want to offer. So that's why like for clearing my mind regarding going towards finance and then like implementing it, I believe MBA played a huge role.
Okay, very nice. You were working before coming to MDI Gurgaon, right? So, how did
Yeah.
you manage your preparations along with your job?
Yeah. So actually, this was my second attempt, CAT 2020. It was my second attempt for MBA. So like in my first attempt, I took classes from Time. We all
Yeah.
know about Time, and like I was practicing mock papers from other institutes as well. And then in my second attempt, I did not go for coaching because I had the basics clear, and like I just purchased the mocks for from 3 to 4 institutes, and like brushing up my basics and like practicing some difficult questions, passages like English. VA was the thing that grabbed me back in my first attempt. So like I decided to work towards that thing, and COVID, because of COVID, like I'm very unfortunate that I'm saying this, but COVID played a
Yeah.
lucky role in my preparation because it gave me time working from home. Like we all know about the scenario,
Right.
so it gave me extra time to go forward with it.
Okay. Which month? When did you start your preparations? Like you said that you had started. You had one attempt in
Yeah,
2019, and the second was in
yeah,
2020. So
20.
in yeah. So which was the month? Because there are students who ask this question that when should we begin our preparations? So what are your
So
suggestions?
I believe I started just after my graduation completed, like in May 2019 or April 2019. That was. So like I started preparing for CAT because I got to know about many things from my peers in my undergraduation that these are the areas in which MBA can help. So I started preparing from April or May 2019 and then went forward.
Okay, so the exam was in November, right? And
Yeah, it was the
15.
3 hour one. 3 hour one. In
Yeah, in
2019,
19
it was the 3
is
hour.
the three
Yeah,
hour one. Yeah, and 2020 it
yes.
became 2 hours, right?
2 hours, right?
Again, that time was also, I mean, the time change was also a very big challenge to cover up because that
Yes.
was the first year. It was 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like in 2020, it was a huge shift.
Yeah.
Because many students really felt 1 hour was 1 hour was something good for each section. When we were getting only 40 minutes for a section in 2020, so that 20-minute time gap they like was very crucial. We came to know about that in 2020 itself when the paper pattern changed.
Right. Right. Okay, and so how did you divide your time between these three sections like VA, LRDI, and quant? So, we generally what we do is if we think our VA is strong, then we spend more time. But should that the thing we should do, or should we focus on our weaknesses?
From my personal experience, I can tell you one thing. Like you have to practice each and every section with utmost sincerity. Like there shouldn't be something I will give this much time to quants or LR and only this much time to VA. So, but I would like to say one thing that you have to excel in one section at least to get to the 98-99 percentile mark. So, like for many students, VA plays a role in that. VARC plays a role in that. Like you can see their scores ranging to when it was 1 hour per section. Like there was 34 questions. So you could see the scores ranging to 70-80 for VARC for the people scoring in excess of 98.5, 99%. So you have to excel in one section at least. That is as per my personal experience. So for that you have to divide your time accordingly. Like you have to set some minimum threshold that this much time I have to give to each of the sections, and then in the section that you wish to excel, you should give a little more time to that.
Okay, right. Thank you. This was a great information. Yes. Okay, so now many people have this question that is work experience really necessary to get into a good B school, like tier 1 B school? So is it so?
No, I believe it adds great value to have a work experience, but like it is not necessary to have work experience. There are many students in my class in MDI Gurgaon who are without work ex and they are doing really well. So I believe it adds points to your profile, but it is not necessary.
Okay, it is not the priority that you have to have.
Yes,
work
yes.
experience. Okay.
First
And
of all, you have to get a score.
yeah, the
Score
CAT
is
scores.
something that is
Yes,
necessary.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And what about the grads marks? Like scoring a good percentage in graduation makes any difference?
Yes, for me it made a lot of difference because my 10, 12 were 95, and my graduation was very bad. So like it was 7.1.
Okay.
So I did not get a call from IIM Indore and IIM Lucknow because of that thing. So like for IIM Lucknow, I missed the composite score that they calculate before rolling out the calls. So I missed that by 0.3 because of the grad score. So in some colleges, it will make a difference, but I believe they have changed it. Like IIM Ahmedabad has completely scrapped the undergrad score criteria. So like there are changes coming.
Okay.
But in my case, it was so. Like undergrad score mattered a lot.
Okay, so there are few colleges that still consider the grad score, but it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, what are the colleges other than MDI Gurgaon you had got a call from or have appeared for
Yeah.
the interview?
Okay. For IIMs, I got a call from all the IIMs except A, B, C, L, and I. I got Kozhikode, I got Shillong, and all the new and baby IIMs. And apart from that, MDI was the one for which I filled the form. And like I did not fill the form for FMS because I know that they focus on VARC, and I was still not confident that I would score above 99%. But I scored well in VA, but not above 99. So I guess I wouldn't have had a call if I had filled the form. So no
So, no
regrets for that.
regrets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
these were and XIM. XIM is also is the one in which I filled the form. Xavier's that Bhubaneswar one.
Bhubaneswar.
So and IMT, yeah, and IMT Ghaziabad and IMI.
Okay. So you appeared for all the interviews of these colleges, or
Yes.
you were there for all of them? So, what was the toughest question which was asked to you, or you felt that it was a very challenging question during all these interviews?
I would like to start with the question that I was not able to answer with much sincerity. I am Kozhikode grilled me a lot. So they focused on questions pertaining to accounts in very detail, like income tax. They went into income tax sections, and it was just subject that I was taught in undergraduation, and that too in first year. So I did not remember
Okay.
anything about the sections. So financial management, as I told them, was my forte. They asked questions about various capital budgeting techniques and all, and ratios, and that I was able to answer. But income tax was something that was it went completely above my head. So if we are coming from a commerce background, especially BCom honors, and sitting for the top B school interviews like the Blackie IIMs or FMS, SPJAN, MDI. So you have to be aware about the nitty gritties of the of any subject that you have had since your school days to the latest education. So these were the questions. These were the things, and after that, like in IIM Shillong, I faced questions pertaining to the northeast part of the country. So they were asking me about Rohingya Muslims. So that was a bit in the news at that point of time, but not that much because I believe at that time when my interviews were going on, farm law protests were in the news. But they were asking me about Rohingya Muslims and then South China Sea issues between the countries and name the countries that are involved in that. So these were the things that they asked. And for I am Rohtak, I remember they asked me around 7 to 8 questions pertaining to general awareness, like who is the I am from Uttarakhand, so they asked me who is the governor of Uttarakhand. At that time it was Baby Rani Maurya, now it is Gurmeet Singh. So they asked me ministers, like who is the roadways minister of the country, and commerce minister, and objective questions relating to general awareness. Like there were many in Amrot Center.
Okay.
Yeah.
So general awareness also plays a major role in these kind of interviews, right? Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
these questions were asked you during your PI rounds, right?
PI round. Yes.
Okay. And how was the GD? Like the group discussions, or what
Actually,
kind of topics were given?
Actually, we didn't have any group discussion in 2020 because of the online interviews. So for IFT, yeah, I forgot to mention IFT. I got a call from IFT also. So in IFT, they took an extempore from me. So the topic given to me was corruption in sports. I told them about my interest in sports. So this was the I remember this was the topic, like corruption in sports, how it is hampering the progress of our athletes, and something on these lines. So they gave me around minute or 90 seconds to prepare, and then I had to speak for 2 minutes. So that went fairly well. Yeah.
Okay, so this was also in an online mode, right? I mean, this extemporary.
Yeah, IFT. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so but now that we know that again the colleges are reopening and now the GDs and all will be done in an offline basis. So what would your
Yes.
suggestions be to the students? How should they prepare
Uh,
for the GD?
what I did for general awareness part was that if you are not able to read newspapers, like first and foremost will be should be reading newspapers and like any news magazine like Pratyogita Darpan. So like I used to read it for at least half an hour a day. That's all. Not at least, like maximum you can read it half an hour a day. So it will that will suffice. And newspapers. And apart from that, like I watch the YouTube videos from channels like Study IQ and World Affairs. If you are not a reader, so you can watch short videos from these channels. Like they make videos of around 8 to 12 minutes. So like they provide you sufficient information for sitting in the interview. So this like you can for currently topics like Ukraine and Russia war is going it's going on. So like you can expect anything on that lines. So these are the topics that you should prepare and from these particular resources.
Okay, okay, cool. So now that now that you're already in MDI Gurgaon, so what are your expectations from the course? Like you're already pursuing, it's already been 1 year. So considering
Yes.
your career goals, what do you think are the strengths you have for this program right now?
Yeah. So basically, what I thought got me into MDI Gurgaon, and like it is helping me be going forward with the placements and all. Is that first of all you need to be clear about your vision. Like why do you first want to pursue MBA or this or that thing? So like making yourself clear, taking a well aware decision is like very important towards making taking any step in your life. So like for the interview part for the getting into the B school. So I had to have it clear that why I want to pursue MB and how it will help me, and what are my strengths that will help me in pursuing MB, like having an analytical mind and like having the patience to sit long hours is something that is very necessary. And like teamwork is something that you will get to know about a lot when you get into an MBA. Like there are projects, there are, like nothing can be done without teamwork. If you are not coordinated, you won't be able to submit the assignment, because assignments and projects, like the deadline we get sometimes we get is of 4 to 5 hours. That's it. And like after the classes, you have to submit the project by 12 a.m. So you barely get 4 to 5 hours to first understand the case, and then move forward with like solving it. So without teamwork, I don't think you will get far towards in this journey. And like apart from that, anything like having an analytical mind, like I am very familiar with calculations. I have because I am a two-time national winner in mental maths. So calculations are something that I really like. That's why subjects like financial management, corporate finance, derivatives, like these subjects interest me. So you have to make an informed decision before moving forward.
Right. Okay, so now, what are the how can you like differentiate MDI Gurgaon from other B schools? Like, what do you think that there are certain college culture, which sets your institution apart from others?
Yeah. I believe MDI Gurgaon enjoys a geographical advantage. Most people call it the Silicon Valley of the North in India. So because being located in Gurgaon, there are many companies around MDI. Even like I if it is okay to name, like Accenture is just in front of MDI Gurgaon.
Okay.
So and many companies are around there. So you get a lot of companies visit for talks, any type of informational talks. So this is something that we enjoy a lot frequently. And apart from that, in MDI you get cream, typical cream, because there is no reservation or something. So only the people who deserve that seat are there. So like don't want to sound any typical
I
radical or
agree.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get the cream there.
Yeah.
So if you are competing in an environment with such good individuals, automatically your level gets higher. So these are the things that sets MDI apart. Like there are people from IIT also, NIT, and top CAT percentilers like Abhishek Pandey, who was with you, I believe, a couple of weeks earlier. So
Yeah.
he is in my class too. So like we learn a lot from him. He has worked in Deloitte. So these type of individuals you get to meet in MDI.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's I think that is the thing that sets MDI apart.
Very nice. And kudos to your winning national mental maths competition twice. So that is a very big
Yeah,
achievement,
thank
I
you,
guess. Yeah. So,
thank you.
Naman, what do you think was the biggest challenge for your transition, like uh, from a finance background, logistics background, to coming to
Hmm.
MDI Gurgaon, and now that the classes are also very hectic in the first years, right? In the initial months, especially, they were, but now
Yes.
that slowly everything has come in line. So, what do you think has been the greatest challenge?
I believe the greatest challenge for me has been to adopt to the online scenario. So, like for anything, we have to do it online. So, and the one disadvantage of having online classes and all is that you can get a call at any time, because
Right.
like in the physical format, you have the flexibility
Ah,
that the classes will happen at that from this time to this time only, and then you can you will be free. But in on the online scenario, you can get called up at any time. So these are the issues. And apart from that, one more thing is, you cannot play off the reaction in front in front of, for the person in front of sitting in front of you. So this is something I believe is a bit difficult in the online scenario. When facing an interview, if I am sitting face to face, like I can judge where the interview is going on from
hmm.
the direction and the reaction and gesture of the interviewer. But in the online format, I believe it is a bit difficult. So like these are the challenges that I have faced in the online scenario.
Okay, right. So there is a difference between online and offline classes. I agree. Correct. Okay,
Yes.
so are there some tips that you want to give to the future aspirants? Maybe any CAT preparation tips or GDPI tips? Because you've already given a lot
Uh,
on that
yeah.
personality stuff. So,
Yeah. So for GDPI, I would like to tell you, tell the aspirants that go for for GDs especially, go for the current topics that are taking place around the world, because you don't know what the interviewer may ask. Like there can be interview panels that are asking questions related to your academics and past experience, and there may be some panelists who focus on GA. So
hmm.
that, like I mentioned, that was the case in my Rohtak interview. So that can that can be the case in your GDL. Like they won't give you some abstract topic, and rather give you a current affairs topic like the Ukraine-Russia war or anything of the like or the budget, because the budget has come in February. So these are the things that you need to focus for GD as well.
Okay, and for a CAT preparation, anything you want to say?
Yeah, for CAT preparation, I would like to just mention it again that you have to prepare all the three sections, and you according to me, if you are taking my advice, like you have to excel in one. If you wish to breach the 98.5 99 percentile criteria. So for that, I would like to I would like aspirants to focus on their areas of strength, after practice, setting a minimum threshold for each and every section. You can you can like fonts, you can take 1 or 1.5 hour extra to get the questions that you miss the most while taking mocks. So for me it was PNC. So I used to practice PNC more than anything else in quants, so that I get two questions right in the exam, because these are the things that make difference. For example, 90 percentiler and the 99 percentiler, they are all answering the easy to medium difficulty level questions, but the 99 percentiler, he is answering the difficult questions. So that is making the difference between you between a 90 percentile and a 99 percentile. So for that you need to practice a lot for some particular things. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Naman. Thank you so much for answering so many questions so patiently and so nicely. And yeah, definitely it was of a great help, and I'm so sure that people who will be watching it are the future aspirants who are aspiring to take up MBA as their career and aspiring for a good B school. They'll definitely be benefiting from this podcast a lot. So do you want to say anything about Grow Junction?
Yeah. So I would like to thank Junction for calling me here first of all, and making me do this, because I believe this is something that aspirants will like going forward. Like they might get a direction in which
Yeah.
they need to focus, because everyone is doing the training for interview part thing, training for GD. But Grow Junction, I believe, is actually telling the aspirants what you can expect going forward with the GDPI preparation. So I believe that is really commendable.
Right. Thank you so much, and thank you for taking your time. I know how busy a schedule an MBA student can have, but still, thank you for coming on boarded with Grow Junction and doing this podcast. Thank you so much, and we definitely look forward to seeing again you in future. Yeah.
Thank you, Ritu. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.